you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Christina, and today I am going to be sharing with you a mid-year homeschool curriculum update and also like part 2 of a homeschool update. I gave you guys a homeschool update last week that had to do with sharing that my 9th grader was coming back to fully homeschooling for the remainder of the year and the indefinite future. And today I'm sharing that my 1st grader is also going to be homeschooling for the remainder of the year and the foreseeable future. So today I'm basically going to be sharing with you a homeschool curriculum update for 9th grade and also 1st grade. So quite a wide gap, but some of the things that I'll show you really apply to ages in between as well, because we do family subjects and things like that. So I'm going to get started with my 1st grader because she doesn't have as much stuff. So I'll show you what I have for her really quick. And I also am excited to share with you that I have a giveaway that goes along with today's video. So make sure you stick around to the end. Her main curriculum right now, which I have shared in the past because we were working through this just kind of slowly because she was attending school up until last week. And I got her the Ice and Snow from Gather Round Homeschool. She was fully homeschooled last year, and we did the first 2 books in the Ready to Read program, book 1 and book 2, Burrows and Holes, and then At the Pond. And then this is the Ice and Snow one, and it's very icy and snowy where we live, so it's a good fit. So what's nice about the Ready to Read level, which she's almost out of, well, she's a little over halfway through now, is that it includes math. So this is her ELA, it's also her math, it also includes Bible, it includes art, it includes all of the subjects. So I could use this and absolutely nothing else and then move on to book 4 and she would be totally fine for the rest of the year. This is mainly what she's going to be doing, but I'll share with you just a couple little extra things that I'm doing with her as well. I do have a do a lesson with this video on Ice and Snow, which I'll link down below. And I also have a flip through of it that I did a while back that I can link down below as well. But this is what the lessons look like in the teacher's guide. It is just 1 page, and then they have pages in their student notebook where they are working on math, ELA, art, writing, like lots of different things in here. There's review. So everything you would need curriculum wise for a child who's learning to read, Ready to Read has you covered there. Something I have also shared before, but that we were moving through really slowly, is the More Than Words Living Faith Bible curriculum. And this one is focused just on Bible, which I love, but also there's some social emotional learning just by nature in there. And there is copy work of scripture, places to draw, so some more art, and just kind of life application. And so technically, her Ready to Read program has Bible in there, but I really like this one, so we're going to continue on with this as well. And then this is something that's not necessary, but I do like it as something for her to just be able to do mostly independently and ask for help if she needs it. This is from the dollar store. I shared a while back, actually last year, we had the Morning Starters kindergarten one. And so this is nice for, I don't like her to get ahead in her Ready to Read pages. I like her to stay we do the lesson and then she does the pages that go along with that lesson. But this allows her, if she wants to do more, because she really loves doing work, that she can just go in and do that. It'll give them a word of the day, have them put it in a sentence. There's a morning scrambler where they figure out what these words are and put them in the sentences. The sound of the day, some math, more math, more math. So it kind of mixes it up. It is pretty much the same format. Again, this is from the dollar store. So she really likes this a lot. I let her do this as well. Lastly, really is her Knowledge Crate activities. And I do have my brand new spring Knowledge Crate boxes that I'm not going to unbox in this video because I already have so much to show you guys. But I will try to do an unboxing for you soon of the spring boxes. I have both the preschool crate and the school age crate. So those activities and art projects and things like that in there, I consider, especially now, part of her curriculum. So her art and her science experiments, and there's plenty of other things in there that count as curriculum for her. So I'm still finishing up the winter boxes, so I'm not cracking them open just yet, but I love that I have them ready to go. But things that are also going to be part of her curriculum are like these math practice sheets that she can just dry erase and wipe off. She can use some dice, or she can just choose. There's many different ways that she can do this, and she can do this independently. Then there is the winter word search. She can do that independently. This is something that we'll work on together, is starting to story map. So just kind of some literature focus. And then this is just a fun one for her, this winter I Spy, something again that she can do independently because she really loves stuff like this. And then just to give you an example of some of the science, like little science projects in here, there's the winter constellation project. And so there are all these little cards to make different constellations. And so she'll do that one. And then there's a salt ice experiment as well. And then if you're not familiar with Knowledge Crate, I share them all the time. So I feel like if you've been following, then you are pretty familiar. It comes with an activity book. So every single activity that comes in the box is ready to go and outlined and explained in the book. So that is it for my first grader, other than when we do read alouds or family subjects. So I will show you one other thing that I will be doing with her as well. But I want to jump into my 9th grader's curriculum. He has been back to fully homeschooling for a few weeks now. It's going really well. We are still adjusting and transitioning, and so I'm going to show you what we're doing right now. It's pretty eclectic in what we're doing, and so it might give you some ideas. If you have an upcoming high schooler, or if you have a high schooler that you're thinking of pulling out, you really can just kind of customize for what works for your family, what works for them as a learner, what works for your life situation. So what I'll start with first is math, because math is the hardest one for me. I was down to choosing between Shorman Math, which came highly recommended, and Saxon Math with Nicole the Math Lady, which came highly recommended as well. I ended up choosing Nicole the Math Lady because my son really wanted a physical book, like a physical math book plus the video lessons. He is just starting to feel like he feels confident with his math choice. And I'm pretty sure that it has nothing to do with the curriculum itself, but the fact that he's trying to figure out where he is in terms of the curriculum, because it's a completely different curriculum than what he was doing in school. And so this is what the Saxon Algebra 1 looks like. And he thinks he's about halfway through. We're gonna do some more work with this together. I think he has it pretty much figured out, but he is liking this. I would consider, if he doesn't love it by the end of the year, trying Shorman Math next year, which I didn't know that they have an ebook that you can print out. That was what kept me from getting it, is that there was nothing physical, and that was a request that he had made. So I'll keep you posted on that, towards the end of the year. Next thing I'll just show you is language, and I did share this in my 2021-2022 curriculum choices. And for language, he is doing the Japanese from zero. He's completely independent on this. So he just goes through at his own pace, and he seems to like it. Next up, I will share with you science, which is a family subject for us, and also a subject that I want to add to that I don't have fully figured out yet. He was doing earth science in school, so I do want to maybe bring in some earth science, or maybe even something entirely different. But I have shared in the past that we've been doing farming and food. Again, we were working through it really slowly because none of them were fully homeschooling this year. He was doing like a hybrid approach and all of that. So now we're just picking up the pace, continuing on with farming and food, and I will keep you updated. I know that I'll pick at least one other science-focused unit study from Gather Round, but I haven't decided yet. I'm going to let him decide with me what he wants to study for science. Also, nature study will always be a part of what we do for science, so that as well. So that's science. Gia is also doing the pre-reader for that. She could do the early reader, but I don't feel the need to since she's still doing the ready to read program. ELA is probably going to seem a little bit all over the place. I did purchase for him the high school 1 English language arts from the Good and the Beautiful for this year. And then if you've been following last minute, we decided to have him attend the school that we took jobs at this year. And then I was more supplementing his 8th grade subjects to make a 9th grade transcript. And so instead of starting him with the high school 1 From the Good and the Beautiful, the ELA, I decided to wait for next year to just start fresh from the beginning. So I'm actually happy with that choice, and I'll kind of show you why. I did share last week the Underground to Canada novel study from Gather Round Homeschool. And so if you missed that, you can definitely go back and hear all about it. I really am happy with it. And so that's that. What he has moved on to is, for literature right now, is Little Pilgrim's Progress. This is a more like kid-friendly version of the Pilgrim's Progress in terms of like the language and stuff like that. And I really like it. He really likes it, so I'll keep you posted. And then it also has this adventure guide that you can purchase as well, which I wanted to, since this is part of his curriculum and not just a book that he's reading. And so it has vocabulary, it has questions that go along with it, some analysis. You can see there are some Venn diagrams, literary elements. So lots of really good stuff in here, and he's independent with this as well. We do discuss it and stuff like that, but he's independent with this. I'm letting him choose his next book between these two things. He's going to do both of them anyway, and probably more books throughout the rest of the year, but I will keep you posted on those. One of these I did share again in the summertime. He was going to do this over the summer, but we never got to it. And this is one that he chose from The Good and the Beautiful, one of their book studies. And this is Wild Like the Foxes. And this is somewhat similar to this in that it combines writing, spelling, but more things like grammar, usage, punctuation, geography, literature, art. So really excited for him to jump into this one. I think he's really going to enjoy it. And again, this is covering many ELA concepts while he's doing this. And that's why I don't have like a main ELA curriculum for him this year. He also is in the middle of writing a persuasive essay. We've been working on rhetoric, so persuasive language, kind of just on my own. I got some Teachers Pay Teachers mini units from Stacy Lloyd, which if I remember, I'll link as much of this as I can down below. And then the other novel that I have waiting for him is The Breadwinner. And I will probably have a novel study video about how I'm planning to use this and plan for it coming up in the next month or so. So you can be on the lookout for that. For history, I have shared that we are doing the U.S. Constitution and Government unit from The Good and the Beautiful. And this is the teacher's guide. There are lots of cutouts and kind of hands-on activities. We haven't gotten any of these yet, but even like building the Capitol building, like some really thick paper crafts, which I like to make things hands-on and tangible. You can also get the student journal with it, where they will be taking notes and adding things in and all of that good stuff. There are some additional readings in here. There's also the novel Mystery on Constitution Island that goes along with it, so that's part of it as well. Additionally, we're also doing the Gather Round U.S. Government mini unit. This only has 3 pages a day for him, so I don't think you would need to do both, but I kind of like it. I did have some moms ask me like if I had to choose, like what would I pick and all of that, and I really have a hard time deciding because they're different, although they do cover, there is a lot of overlap in the topics that are covered. I don't know. I like the combination. Additionally, to go along with that though, we're doing the U.S. President's unit from Homeschool Compass, and we were able to try this out ahead of time. The way there is a My President's book, and the way I did it for him is I actually printed out these flashcards and put them in the front of his book. And I also have the flashcard versions. But he has them right in his book as well. And then in order, he has the presidents. And I have him each day studying one of the presidents. And so I like that as well because I feel like it fits really nicely with studying U.S. government and Constitution. So he's learning about them as well. Last thing that I want to share with you is just kind of like an additional supplement, fun but educational thing that I have shared in the past, but not in a while. And that is Heritage Letter. And so that is the giveaway. One of you will win this American Folk Heroes bundle. I'm going to open this up and show you. I have not looked at these yet. And I'm really excited for you to try out Heritage Letter if you haven't tried it out before. So all you have to do to enter the giveaway is follow the link down in the description box to my Instagram post where you can follow the instructions on that post to enter, and you'll get additional entries for liking this video and commenting down below that you've entered over on Instagram. So I'm really, really excited about this one. So in the American Folk Heroes bundle, you have John Chapman, David Crockett, Annie Oakley, Pony Express Trail, and San Antonio Mission Trail. And what I like about Heritage Letter is that you can get any of the retired letters you can just purchase. And then they also have the subscriptions to the American Adventure Letter, which shows like a different landmark in America. And then there is the American Heritage Letter, which covers a certain person's bio. So I really, really like that. So I'm going to open up one of these and show you. And then I want to show you what I do with these letters, like how I use them. So I'm opening up the Annie Oakley one just because, I don't know, she seems the most interesting to me at the moment. And so what you get is a letter, just like this, from the desk of Annie Oakley. And then you'll always get a card that has like the picture, the name, and the birth and death dates. And then on the back, a timeline. And then there'll be another card in there as well that goes along with it. And so I also have a discount code for you guys for $1 off any retired letters. So you could fill up your cart with retired letters and get $1 off of those as well. And they're already pretty cheap. So there are these cool binder covers that are a free download, because there are also a whole bunch of free downloads on their website that kind of supplement and go along with like how you can plan a lesson around some of these. So I printed out that cover and put it in this binder. And then I just, in page protectors, put the letter and then the little cards behind the letter. So these are ones that we've done from the past. Laura Ingalls Wilder. These are like the people I have in the front, Gilbert Stewart. And then some of the places are Mount Rushmore, Kauai. So I will add these after we do them into this binder, and then these, they can kind of, if it connects to something that we're studying or they just want to flip through for fun, they'll be able to access these whenever they want. So I hope that this maybe gave you some ideas if you're looking for curriculum, if you were curious about and how any of these things are going, or how we would be homeschooling my 9th grader moving forward. And then obviously it was brand new news that my 1st grader would be homeschooling the rest of the year as well. So if you have any questions about any of this, comment down below. I am thinking about putting together sort of a guide for how you could best use the Gather Round and the Good and the Beautiful Government and Constitution units together, kind of like what lessons match up and things like that. So if you're interested in something like that, let me know down below in the comments. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you are new here so that I can say hello. If you're not already following me over on Instagram, you can follow me there at rooted_homelife. If you are not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. I have so many things to share with you guys coming up in the future. I'll also link down below the link to the virtual homeschool conference that I'm a part of if you missed that. So don't forget to go enter the giveaway. And then there's also the link to purchase any retired letters with the discount code that is down below. So I hope to see you soon in one of my next videos. And until next time, stay rooted.